Hey YouTube. There's always been one thing that fascinated me, and that is the inequality in society, especially pertaining to one's religious beliefs. You often hear about gender discrimination and racial discrimination, but you don't often hear about discrimination based on one's religious beliefs. Yes, it does exist, believe it or not, and it is quite prominent in society. It's just that many people either are unaware of it or are willing to ignore it altogether. It's completely fascinating how on YouTube I've seen not one, but many creationists play the victim card. Oh, you atheists just want to take us Christians down. This is society's way of trying to put our religion down, etc., etc., etc. And I really get pretty annoyed whenever I see something like that, because nothing could be further from the truth. The world is predominantly religious. If anything, we atheists and agnostics are the minority. As with such, it tends to be the minority that's discriminated, and we're no exception. And one issue I really wanted to focus specifically on in this video was something first brought up by Christopher Hitchens. And the situation is something like this. When in a hospital, when people are dying in their sick beds, when they're on the edge of the rope and about to swing, it seems to be a perfectly normal occurrence, sometimes even encouraged occurrence, for Christians to come up to these people and preach the gospel and preach the Bible. To these people that are preaching, what are they saying exactly to these sick people? Well, they're saying, maybe if you just admitted that you were wrong and that we were right, just maybe if you begged for forgiveness, you might end up with a better deal. In other words, you might feel a little better about yourself. That's not a very considerate thing to do, is it? To impose your religious beliefs on the dying. When it comes down to it, the people they're preaching to, not only are they in a weakened physical, mental, and emotional state, but they also tend to be either really old or they're really young, and with all due respect, they tend to be people who aren't nearly as educated as the everyday person. Again, I will say that it is my opinion that these people are doing fairly unethical actions, trying to manipulate people who are clearly not in the right state of mind to be making such large decisions in their life, to coming over to their side. That's not right. I've said it before, and I say it again. I don't care how noble you think your actions are. I don't care if you think they're divinely warranted. Whether you're an atheist, an agnostic, a Christian, a Muslim, a Hindu, or a Scientologist, it doesn't matter to me. If you try and shove your dogma or your belief down other people's throats in a way that can only be described as deceptive and slimy, you and I have a problem. And yet for some odd reason this all tends to be sunshine and rainbows when Christians do it. What if atheists decide to try that? If you're a Christian watching this video, imagine yourself lying on the sickbed. You are weak, physically, emotionally, and mentally. You really don't want to be preached to, do you now? What if I decided to come to your sickbed and say, if you just admitted that you were wrong, if you admitted that whatever your Catholic priest taught you was bullshit, you might feel a little bit better about yourself. People would look at me as if I was an asshole. And that's exactly what I was in that instance. An asshole. A bigoted, conceited, deceptive asshole. You know what sick people really need? Medicine and emotional support from family and friends. The last thing they need is the crutch provided by dogmatic religions who are way too conceited to keep their beliefs to themselves. So if you're a Christian and you're watching this and you are not like this, then on behalf of all Christians, I thoroughly apologize. But if you are a Christian, and if you do preach your Bible, and if you do preach your dogma in a manner such as this, know that it is unethical. know that you do not follow the golden rule that your religion so loves to preach. Thanks for watching, and may the truth always be heard.